folks, so today I'm going to do a little review on two products. I've got the Zulcron XGT14. It's a casting weight of 180 gram, length of 14 foot, glass tip rod. And I've also got this here. Now this is the new Century Rucksack, and very, very impressed with it. So I mean, very, very impressed. It fits lovely on, and at the end of the day, as I buy things sometimes, it's nice to show people what work and what don't work, and yeah, it's something which I'm quite impressed with really. So we'll get into the review. So the first thing I want to talk about with this rucksack, I was looking for something for rain this year, something which I can put a lot of stuff in, not too heavy, but I've got everything I need. So this for me is perfect because I've got a front pocket here which I can keep waterproof leggings or waterproofs and stuff like that in, and it's just an ideal 2-zipped front, which is ideal. On the side here is perfect for your fishing scales, so I've got my certified scales in the side of the rucksack like so. It's also got another zip part where you can keep your keys or bits and pieces. I've got my scissors and baiting needle and discorder and that in there. It's also got the same on the opposite side. I haven't actually got nothing in there then. On the top, it's perfect for me. It's ideal for rope. I can put my rope in there when I'm going down to some of the ray marks and stuff. It's clipped on, safe and ideal, right? But this is where it gets quite interesting really. So I treated myself. It's got a top compartment on here now. Do apologise for the dog, guys. And you've got your rig wallet, so you can basically stick your rig wallet straight in there like so. It saves me having to take loads of rig components and stuff like that. And it's just lightweight really, especially when you've got a lot of like long walks and up and down cliff faces and stuff like that. Then you've got the inside. So I've got at the moment, I've got my reels in there, but I've also treated myself, got some hooks in there at the minute, and I've also treated myself to two of these little Century bags. So I've got my reels what are in there, nice and compact, and then I've got another one what I've got there, which I've basically just put leads and bait elastic and stuff like that in, which is perfect, and it all fits in lovely. It's big enough to fit your packed lunch and your flask and all bits and pieces like that in really. Good quality zip on the top, and yeah, perfect. Then you turn around here like so, and you have the rear straps. It's got a buckle to obviously make it connect further up for comfort, and to be honest, when you put it on, it's a simple case, straight over your back like so. Got this little component there like that, it clips in like that, tighten it up, and it feels lovely on. I mean, it's got a plastic bottom which I'll go through in a minute with you, but for the money, I mean, it's a comfortable rucksack. Everything is nice and tight on your back. It's not loose and wobbling around and stuff. And I mean, for me personally, going up and down the cliffs and stuff like that, I haven't tried tying a rod onto it yet, but I like the way it is onto the side, so I could probably get a strap and strap it over and it'll be fine like. So yeah, to be honest, I'm quite impressed. So only time will tell now. Also, the good thing I like about on this rucksack, it's got a plastic bottom. So if you're fishing beaches or anything what's quite wet and stuff like that on the rocks and stuff, everything's fully waterproof inside. So that's pretty much all the plus points on the bag really. Only negative thing I would see, which I'd like to see on future designs and stuff, is on a lot of my general pursuits like Berghaus and Rab sort of bags and stuff, what I use a lot of in the past, they've got a compartment what goes on the back here, and basically you undo it, and what happens is it turns into a waterproof covering for your rucksack. And a lot of times when it's raining and stuff like that, you go fishing, don't you? 9 times out of 10 you're never going to get clear skies all the time, and it's just nice sometimes to be able to, what I've found in the past is to basically pull the cover up straight over the top of it, and it covers the rucksack. So even if you've got your wet weather gear on, everything in your bag is still dry. It's a minor thing, guys. To be honest, my Berghaus bags come to an end at the minute. So what I'm tending to do is take the actual bag out of it, and I'm going to put it in one of the pockets. So when I do go fishing, I can literally just put it over the top and stuff. But to be honest, an absolutely cracking design. I mean, it's something which I think it's been needed on the market for a little while. I mean, it's got everything I need, especially with the buckles on the top for a lot of people use that for the bait and stuff like that. I actually bought the cool bags. I'm going to use that in a different review and cover that. But it's a lovely bit of kit, and I think Century's obviously thinking about the anglers and coming up with some fantastic products, and this is certainly one of them. So we took up this up for the demonstration day and the casting day up to the EOBC, and we let a few guys have a cast of it, and I think they described it as the Rolls Royce, so they really impressed. As I said, anybody what's fishing beaches, like match fishing, perfect, absolutely perfect. All the power you'll need for everything. It'll handle anything over light ground, and I would say it'll handle fast tides. It handled the channel, and that it's not a rod which I would want to go and fish the channel if it was very weedy and there was a lot of weed. It would handle it, but it's not meant for that type of fishing. However, if you're looking for something to capture big fish in fast tides, Chesil Beaches sort of style, Holderness Coast sort of style, absolutely one hell of a rod, and we'll get into a few casts now. Bought my scissors today as well, which is a good thing. So let's get into it, eh? Okay folks, so this is the Zulcron XGT14. So the rod itself is optimised for 180 gram casting weight, and it's got the Zulcron glass technology. The rod itself, I've had 200 grams on it, and it literally put everything we can into it. Me and Adam both done the same, and it handled it no problem at all. When I spoke with Jay about 200 grams on it, I said, have they done it before? He said, try breaking it. And his exact words were, and we tried breaking it and casting, and it handled it every time. I'm not going to go fully with casting here in a minute, guys, because I've got guys to the right, so I'm just going to basically do a fishing cast, like a light pendulum, and we'll see how we get on. Absolutely. That's down to me, that was. I didn't push the brake, put the blocks, I was too busy talking to the camera. There you go. That's absolutely flying. What I find with the glass tip rod, you slow down into the cast, and they do it all for you. I mean, to get in the midsection of the rod, you've got to slow the cast down. I don't know if you can see that there and pick it up on camera. Look at that tip. I mean, I can literally feel everything coming along the bottom there now. It's hell of a bit of tip. Very much looking forward to taking this out placing. Through its paces. I don't mean it to be through its paces, probably the wrong words, but it's the first season place fishing with it, and I'm very much looking forward to getting down off the rocks. Places where I've got to get a bit of distance over rougher grounds to get onto the clean sand, into the gullies and holes and stuff, and I'm very much looking forward to using this rod for that. But someone to the right of me up in it, so I'm going to wind one up now. It's just a pleasure to fish with, it really is. It's very light, and at the end of the day, guys, there's more expensive rods out there, but like I said many times before, Zulcron has tried to bring out a top quality, top end rod at affordable prices for the angler, and that is certainly what you get with these rods. I mean, they've been putting them through their paces with the casting. Obviously, they're designed by people who know what they're doing, and it goes to show within the casting. To me, it's a lighter version of the Ziplex. The Ziplex is very similar to this, and a lot of the Century rods at the same time. It's got casting background, and you can feel it when casting the rods, because you can feel where the lead is and stuff. You know what I mean? You know when you're casting a good rod, don't you, guys? And this is certainly what you get with this rod. We'll give it another go now. You alright, folks? So while I've got no one to the right of me, I'm going to wind one up a minute, and yeah, we can try and see if we can get the light's fading. I've got not a lot of time tonight, so I will go through this rod again, but just to show for a little hour after work, give you all something to watch. But we'll have a little cast in a minute, and we'll get it flying one. Absolutely phenomenal. It really is. It is hell of a bit of kit. I mean, I class the T900 as a work of art, and this is another rod available on the market which I would class as a work of art. It really is. It's absolutely phenomenal. It's lightweight. It's got so much power. It's a joy to use, and for the price range available on the market, you're not going to find much better. I really am. I mean, it's a hell of a bit of kit. As I said, it's not an out and out like big weed venue. Like, I mean, it's got the power to do it, but it's light beaches, Chesil, Homeless Coast, like anywhere where you've got even mixed grounds. I mean, any strong tides, fantastic. It's a really nice bit of kit. I mean, we've tried it on the reefs with weedy conditions. I've tried it on it handled it, but to be fair, if anything, I'd have took my 435s that day, really, because they would have stood up to it a bit better. But the rocks we fished off of it and had raising out of the rocks, it handled it fine. I mean, with a glass tip, you're not going to lift fish and stuff like that with it. It's not there to do that. But pretty much everything we've thrown at it is handled. And it is an absolute joy to fish with. I really mean it. I mean, for the money, you will not find a better rod on the market for that money. You won't. I mean, it's the quality and design behind that build is absolutely phenomenal. But we'll have one more cast now, and then we'll say farewell for the evening, guys. But don't forget, Monday night, I need you guys on there. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, if anything's going to ever change and stuff, it needs more anglers to come forward and work together. And I've been working my backside off this last 2 weeks regarding the specimen awards and stuff like that, and I give up completely on that sort of side of things. We're going to do a new event which will bring anglers that are keen to be to that style of fishing, and at the end of the day, something which is fair and fun for everyone. So we'll get into this last cast, and yeah, Monday night, don't forget guys, make sure on the Facebook page. Looking for a rod to get extreme distances with black lug baits to the horizon for place. If you're looking for a rod which you're going to use to smooth out with crab baits on the beach at distance, absolutely phenomenal guys. I mean, it casts like a dream, and as you can see, it's got the power. I mean, I'm literally cranking into that now at the moment over the sand, right? And it's bending 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 eyes down from the top. Very similar to like the T9. As I said guys, I would class it as a lighter version of the T9 if I'm honest, because it does remind me a lot like the T9, the way it loads up, the way it handles, but just it's not the same monster as the T9, which is a good thing, because at the end of the day, you're not necessarily, depending what you're doing and your casting abilities and stuff. I mean, to get the full potential out of the T900, you really want to get into the midsection, and to be honest, I would say out of all the rods available on the market, the T9 is probably my favourite rod. It's probably one of the best rods ever built, and this is just behind it. It really is, and I mean, it's half the price at the end of the day as well, guys. You've got to look. I mean, for the quality and the price range of this rod, you're not going to find much better. I mean, it's just, you need to cast it. A lot of people think it's sales street, it really isn't. I mean, if you watch the videos, what I've done up at the European Sea with guys picking up the rod for the first time, you can see the guy's face. It is an absolute dream to cast. But I reckon we'll get one more in before it's time to say goodbye. Next week I'll do something on the Sentry cool bag, and we'll have a play with something else, I think. I'm not quite sure yet. Maybe have a look at the 7HT Super Mag. But until then, tight lines, don't forget Monday night. Woohoo! Catch you later, guys. If I hold that rod there like that, I don't know if you can pick that up or not, but let's have a look. I'm leaving it leaning into that rod there now. Okay, see that? It's pure power for the top section of the rod. What you get with that, you get instant bite detection. You know what I mean? A little tiny bit like that to a full over like that, right? You're going to pick everything up from dabs to flounder to place through to smooth out to screaming real runs like that, running over, toe, anything you name it, it's going to pick up. The bite detection's phenomenal. Look. But look at the power in the rod, look where it bends. It's like a proper lovely J-curve rod, but then when you start getting in and bend right over and get into like the midsection of the rod, it's pure power. But guys, that's the Zulcron XGT14, and yeah, it is very much a very good bit of kit for the money. And as I said, you're not going to find much better on the market at that price range, and I can guarantee you that. I mean, it is an incredible bit of kit, and yeah, it's a masterpiece in my eyes, a masterpiece.